Okay, so here is my review of Liz and Dick starring Lindsay Lohan. Regrettably, I watched the beginning of the movie Liz and Dick. I know what you're gonna say. Critics said it was terrible. Fans said it was gonna be terrible. Even Lindsay Lohan fans said it was gonna be terrible. But I couldn't resist. I admire Elizabeth Taylor, so I thought I'll give the movie a try. Um, Lindsay Lohan, you are a great actress in the past. Right now, I don't know what's going on. I watched the movie Liz and Dick, and you were not you weren't very good. It seems like you were acting. Usually, when I watch your movies, The Parent Trap, Mean Girls, that other movie I forgot the name where you pretended to have a baby just so you wouldn't get fired. I think you were in it. Anyway, all your past movies have been great. I don't know what happened. Um, in Liz and Dick, it seems like you were acting. It seems like you were Lindsay Lohan pretending to be Elizabeth Taylor as Lindsay Lohan. You didn't really connect with your character. You didn't really connect with your role in this movie. Um, you've connected in the past with your other movies, so I'm a bit surprised and a bit lost for words as to what happened with this movie. So the only explanation I could think of is you have the Justin Timberlake syndrome. You know what I mean? In this particular movie, at least, where he doesn't really connect with his characters. He's a good actor, but that's what he's doing, acting. You never watch his movies and think, wow, I forgot he was Justin Timberlake for a moment. No, you're always like, oh, it's a Justin Timberlake movie and Justin's acting. You never forget that it's him. With you, in your past movies have been great. I forget it's you, and I'm, focused, enthralled in that movie. In this movie, I never forgot it was you. It was always, it's Lindsay Lohan pretending to be Elizabeth Taylor. There wasn't a time where you shined. There wasn't a time where you became gracefully, graceful as she was, carefree as she was. I'm doing a lot of research on her right now, on her life, and, finding out a lot of great things about her. And you just didn't cut it, Lindsay. You're suffering from the Justin Timberlake syndrome of, acting just to get by. You never really connect. He never really connects with his character. In this movie, you never really connected with your character as Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know what happened because usually you're pretty good. Um, Unless maybe you just can't play those type of roles. You can't play an iconic type of character. This is like a grown-up movie for you, your first real grown-up movie. Maybe you can't play those roles. Maybe you should stay in your lane, stick to your teeny bopper fan base, teeny bopper movies, and just keep it in your lane. Um, Now I can't put all the blame on you, Lindsay. The script writing was kind of biased. It seemed like the person writing the script kind of just took from bits and pieces of books about her. They never really completed, they never really found her true essence. You know what I mean? It's like they portrayed Elizabeth Taylor as some spoiled, bratty socialite actress who just did whatever she wants and didn't care who she hurt, which is not true. Elizabeth Taylor was a lovely woman who did a lot of great things for people, was very unselfish, and lived her life only the way she can. And the script writing wasn't very good. I didn't like the way they portrayed Elizabeth Taylor at all. They portrayed her as a spoiled, bratty actress, socialite that didn't care about anybody, and that's not true. So the movie sucked. Lindsay Lohan, you've done better. So this movie was a zero. Sorry. I actually didn't watch the whole thing. Halfway through it, it just pissed me off. So I changed the channel and I started watching. The 2012 Soul Train Awards on BET, and that was fantastic. That was great. I loved it. Too bad I turned it on late. I wish I'd seen it from the beginning because I was watching that Liz and Dick stuff. But I was happy that I caught the middle towards the ending anyway. And after the BET 2012 Soul Train Awards came Apollo Live with Gladys Knight, and it was amazing. Tony Rock, I didn't know you had it in you. Tony Rock was amazing. His career is going to skyrocket. It's awesome. That the Sandman, it was very nostalgic because I grew up watching the Apollo show back in New York when we lived in New York, and I missed that type of show. I missed the show. So seeing it last night brought back memories. It's like showing the new generation what the Apollo has to offer, what the Apollo was all about, and so happy to have Gladys Knight, backing it. She was the original. So that is amazing. We have Michael Bivins, and it was Dougie Fresh. You guys were awesome, and I will be watching again. I'm looking forward to the next week's episode of Apollo Live. That was so funny. The Peruvian, half Japanese Peruvian girl, and then that one guy came out, and what was it? That group that couldn't dance. He was like, I think that's her little brother. You going to Apollo? Hey, I'm going to Apollo too. That was hilarious. Tony Rock, you're gonna skyrocket. I hope to see more of you in the future. Make your movies, boy. Make your movies. You're the next Steve Harvey. You heard it here first. All right. Well, that's my review of Lindsay Lohan, Liz and Dick. Lindsay, stay in your lane. Make teeny bopper movies. You're not ready to make. You're not ready to progress. You're not ready to make those adult type movies yet. You weren't really believable. You know what I mean? You never connected with the character. You never connected with your role. And that's something you did do in the past. You connected in the past, so maybe this movie was like jumping the shark for you. Yeah, not good. Stay in your lane, Lindsay. All right. Thank you.